Ah, hello friends, hello. We are here. There is a stream tonight, for which I am very glad. It is wonderful to see you. I'm glad you are all here. Despite the late hour at which this stream begins, we are starting about an hour and a half later than I had intended initially. Due to some technical difficulties that I encountered while setting up for the stream. Those of you on the Discord who saw my YouTube community post might know that I broke my camera mount. And if that sounds familiar to you, like maybe this happened, I don't know, 6 months ago or something, you would be absolutely correct. That time I broke a different part of the mount. This time, I'm not going to explain exactly what broke, but it was something I was able to glue, and so far it seems to be holding. Now, they do say with the Gorilla Glue that you're supposed to wait 24 hours for it to fully set, and I waited more like 24 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see if this camera suddenly comes crashing down. That would be bad, and you'll know why, I guess. But so far, it's holding. So I really do need to get a better solution for mounting my camera here. But I have a weird setup because I have this gargantuan screen, and then I have to kind of get the camera to come like up and over. And the current solution is not great, but it's the one I've been able to find that satisfies all my requirements, except for when it breaks. So, yo, it's Anna. What's up, Anna? Welcome. Good to see you. It's been a hot minute. How's life? And that goes for everyone here. How's life? I hope you are doing well this week of the Winter Olympics starting, and the superb owl today. Hope everyone is enjoying their sporting events. And I hope everyone had a good weekend, a nice weekend. My weekend was pretty good. I'm just trying to remember what I did yesterday. It's funny, you know, at some point it's like, you know, the days are busy and full, but then you try to remember what you did and you can't. Oh yeah, actually, yesterday I went and I played board games with friends, or a board game with friends. Sarah and I went over to a friend's place, and we played a board game called Island Spirits, or Spirit Island? I don't remember which exactly. Anyway, it was good. It was hard. Basically, you play like gods of an island trying to drive away colonizers through acts of gods, you know, smiting their towns and tsunamis and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, very fun, very challenging. We did eventually win. It took us like 4 hours. But most of us had never played before, to be fair, so. Anyway, and other things, but overall, I had a good weekend, and I hope you did too. Let's see who's here. You know how this works. It's very important that we acknowledge who is certified first. And once again, thank you so much all for your patience with the late stream start. I'm glad that we are getting to stream tonight. As a result of the late start, it's probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream, because regrettably I do work tomorrow. I do work in the morning. But we'll do what we can here. The plan is to play some Botany Manor at some point tonight, which is a game that looks very charming. It's basically you're trying to grow weird plants in like a Victorian manor, and it's a bit of a puzzle and exploration game. It looks very chill. I've had this on my wish list since it came out a couple of years ago, but this week it is actually free on the Epic Games Store, so I picked it up there for $0, and And I thought it might make for a nice stream. So we shall see. We shall see. But backing up here, crucially, we have to do our top 3 first chatters. So in the Twitch chat, certified first goes to Bruce Buchner, one Bruce Buchner, who was actually helping me kind of troubleshoot the broken camera mount a little bit while he waited for the stream to start. And Bruce suggested I should see if Royal had any super glue for me, because, you know, Khajiit has wares. I asked Royal. She did not have any super glue for me, so I had to run to the store and get some. But she did have a very cute disposition and a cute picture from a couple of days ago, which I will show you now because it's adorable, and I think you'll appreciate it. Actually, okay, there's a couple of cute pictures. Sorry, you guys came to my stream. You have to put up with pics of my not really cat, but still. Look at that baby. Look at that baby. Isn't she adorable? And then also, Sarah has a giant toad that she is going to turn into a purse, apparently. And the other day, Royal was like contemplating the giant toad. Like, what is this? Why is it here? Is it threatening? Anyway, I just thought that was kind of fun. Okay, sorry, I got totally sidetracked. Bruce was certified first. Certified second tonight in Twitch chat goes to Kuro. Congratulations on certified second. And certified third went to... Scrolling. Gracie. It looks like Gracie B. ASMR was our certified third tonight. So congratulations to our first 3 chatters on Twitch. Over on YouTube, Tranced1 taking spot number 1. Congratulations, Tranced1. Certified second going to Anth. Good to see you, Anth, and congrats. And certified third goes to Firegolza. Congratulations and welcome. Great to have you all here. And of course, shout out to all our VOD viewers. Perhaps someone in the future will get a certified first comment on this stream. Maybe. If you are watching this stream after the fact, you can of course jump ahead an hour or so to see if we're playing the game yet. Hopefully we are, but I can't promise anything. We're really talky here, and by we I mean me. I'm really talky here. I like to yap. I like to read everyone's messages. Messages like that resub message from Otirub. Otirub, welcome back on in. Congratulations on 22 months in the sub club. I think many of you probably know this, but Otirub's name has a dark secret to it. Can anyone figure it out? Does anyone know what Otirub's dark secret is? It's not that dark. It's probably not that secret either. But Otirub, welcome back on in for another spin in the sub club. I do hope you enjoy your subscription benefits. Also, Defected Alexis, thank you for the follow, and welcome on in. By the way, Bruce, good call on the downpour. I think it is appropriate for the main menu of this game. We now have a rainy garden here, so that's pretty nice. Kuro has solved the mystery. Otirub is in fact a backwards burrito, or a bee burrito, perhaps. Logotone, good to see you. Shout out to Logotone / Yakinono. Yakinono hanging out over in the YouTube chat. Alter Ego Logotone hanging out in the Twitch chat. Good to see you. Levy, congrats on your 15 stream streak. And congrats on your 20 stream streak. Attractive. And your 5 stream streaks are gone. Congratulations to everybody. Pardon me. Deep Fried Deals has requested some potato tapping. We can definitely do that. Let's tap on this tater right now. So needless to say, if my field of view, like camera situation, is a little different than you're used to, if the framing is a little awkward or like crooked, do let me know. I did have to like redo it all, so hopefully. DeFi deals. Tap that tater got blocked by the auto mod. Now we accept tater tapping around here. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Let's scroll on back. After the top 3, who else showed up? Who else showed up for the stream? We have Artractive, good to see you. It looks like stream's back on the menu, boys. You betcha. I really hope this mount situation holds. I think it will. I have a good feeling about it. Whether it'll hold long term, I couldn't say. Maybe I should start looking for a better solution now. Something that's not going to break again so easily. As I was explaining to Bruce earlier, though, this mount is actually integrated into a ring light. It's meant to hold a smartphone. I have it holding a compact camera, which is probably about twice as heavy as a smartphone. And so, you know, that's probably why it failed. I can't be too mad at it. It has done its job and more. So, you know. Dylan BBK, good to see you, of course. OJ Rub, of course, good to have you here. Hey, look, it's Thorak. Thorak here at the beginning of the stream for once. Wow, that's uncommon. Thorak says, hey, because of the delay, I'm here in time for the start of the stream. It's like your first time ever experiencing the entire stream, Thorak. Give us some feedback. What do you think about this first part of the stream? Having been here basically forever, but very rarely, if ever, experiencing the first hour or so of the stream, I want to say. Yanagi, good to see you. Welcome. Hey, Dylan, thank you for the resub. Welcome back on in for 19 months. Month number 19. I'm going to tap on this tater some more, just for you. Well, it's really for everyone, but to celebrate your return to the Potato Pals, the Sub Club, the Tater Tots, the Spud Buds. Welcome back on it. Where was I? Livy, congrats again on your 15 stream streak. You are in fact at it now. Got some big streaks going on here. Also good to see you, Livy. Chuba Fett, certified 28th, boys. You're probably like certified 12th, maybe, or something. It's not so bad. Hey, Gracie, welcome back on into the sub club. Gracie coming on in with the 25-month resub, 2 years and a month. Gracie, I appreciate that very much, and I also appreciate you being here, keeping an eye on the chat. Y'all, Gracie is one of our amazing moderators who keeps this community safe and welcoming, and who ensures that everything runs smoothly while I yap up here. And I really appreciate that. So Gracie, thank you for giving so kindly of your time to make this place better for everybody. We all appreciate it. Gracie, also an ASM artist. Go check out Gracie on YouTube. Gracie B ASMR. Welcome back for month number 25, Gracie. Native Zeeks, welcome on in. I see it is your first time chatting. Thank you for joining us in the chat. Attractive says it's a stream after dark. Is it really though? It's a late start, but normally we are streaming at this time. It wouldn't be a Nick stream without the scuff. It's true. It's true. When have I ever given you the impression that I'm a professional streamer? Have I ever promised that? I don't think so. Over the YouTube chat, Chunk Loading, hello, says, hi all, I hope everyone's having an awesome night, despite any technical difficulties. Thank you. So far so good, aside from the technical difficulties. I hope you're having a great one too, Chunk Loading. Yakanono says, hey Nick, you got your camera mount. I fixed the camera mount, yes. Same mount as before, just this time with more Gorilla Glue. The repairs were fine. It's kind of a weird mount. I don't really want to go into the details because it's boring and difficult to describe, but basically there was a little threaded sleeve that attaches the mount to the post that sticks up from my desk and is clamped to my desk. And the plastic around that threaded mount cracked. And so the top part would not stay attached anymore. It was all wibbly wobbly. Despite the fact that the actual metal threaded sleeve was still attached to the threaded post. But the plastic broke away. But it was not a big crack, and so I just took some super glue and kind of painted it in there, and then painted around the collar where the sleeve fits in. If that makes any sense. And I let it set for about half an hour. The bottle says you're supposed to let it set for 24 hours, but what can you do? And I put it all back together, and it seems to be holding. So we'll see. We'll see. Retroid, great to see you, Retroid. Retroid, thank you so much for the 95 biddies. I appreciate the cheer. I don't know if that was intended as bits towards getting Nick a better camera mount that's less scuffed, or if that was just generally celebratory. But whatever it was, I appreciate it. Thank you. Good to see you, Retroid. Thank you so much for the cheer. And wants to know if this is a cooperative. Oh, sorry, the board game I was describing. It is a cooperative game. So it's for up to 4 players, and each player plays a different god. And then you have different powers, and you each control a different part of the island. And you're kind of spreading your influence and using your powers in the territories under your control. But the powers synergize with the other gods, and each god has a unique set of powers, which are often related to a theme. So I was playing one of the easier to play gods. I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically God of Lightning. And so the game plays out where each turn plays out in phases. And so in the first phase, you gain powers and energy. And then there's sort of a first phase where you can play cards. And any cards that happen at fast speed can activate in that phase. What's this? What's all this? Yo, Trick Sheep, what is up? Trick Sheep, it's good to see you again. Trick Sheep says only real ones apply glue with passion. You should have seen how passionately I applied that glue. Just a hope and a prayer. Hey, Trick Sheep, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the very kind super chat, and also for showing up in the kind words. I hope you're doing great. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, the board game. So there's fast powers and there's slow powers. And the fast powers happen before the colonizers, the NPC, the enemy acts, and the slow powers happen after. So the god I was playing was very much about speeding up other gods' powers and also my own powers, so that we could get them off before the colonizers did their thing, and which usually involves settling more lands and fighting the indigenous people and stuff. So it was a big boon to get our destructive powers to fire them off before the settlers did their thing. Anyway, that's just an example, but different gods have different specialties. There's a whole fear mechanic and stuff as well. It's a very good game. It is fairly complex, and it is quite challenging, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I'd recommend it if anyone's looking for a good 4-player co-op game. I think it can be for even solo though, actually. But a good co-op game that has lots of depth, lots of replayability, and some good challenge. If you're not afraid of lots of rules and tokens and cards and stuff. Anna, again, it's great to see you. How have you been, Anna? Oh, I think you did reply to that already. You said, dude, it has been a minute. I wouldn't even know where to start. I started at my new university 6 months ago. My life has been completely changed. That's a big one. That's a big one. I've been hanging out with this band that's pretty well known on campus. Been throwing really big parties at my house. All silly college fun. Yes. But fun is fun. I hope things are going well with you. Sounds like you're having a blast. Sounds like you're living it up. I've been well. Things are good here. Not nearly so many house parties. But I'm glad to hear you're having a good time at it. And it's nice you could make it out tonight. Thanks for coming back to little old Potato Land here. Now that you're friends with cool bands and partying it up and stuff. It's nice to see you. Yanagi said, hello Nick, I want to thank you. For me it's Monday morning and your streams always help me through the first hours of the sluggish Monday work morning. Well, hopefully we don't put you back to sleep. But I'm glad that you do find these streams helpful for getting you up and running on a Monday morning. And it's nice to see you here. Ocherub says, I'm getting owned in Bloodborne right now. I cannot help you with that, but I bet you Kuro can. Bet you that's Kuro the Wolf Knight. We have 2 Kuros in the chat. Burr says, I have 2 32-inch TVs as monitors and it's a chunky setup. Crowded, yeah. I have one 48-inch TV as my display. It's not optimal for streaming, but I really like it. It's a beautiful display, so it's an LG OLED. Kuro says, Nick thinks he's gonna get to the game tonight. I do think, I hope we will. Yo, Potato Boy VD, what's up? Potato Boy says, love the new Thief episode. Yes, I'm glad the Taffers are enjoying that one. Can't wait for the next one in 5 years. Let's say 5, hopefully less than 5 months even. No promises, but hopefully. How generous of me. How magnanimous. Oh, I'm glad you all like the pictures of Royal. Look at them eyes. What a model she is. She is. Yes, the Toad photo is pretty good too, eh? She's super cute. Motirub is in fact a backwards burrito. Attractive says, so you're saying there's a chance we might get jump scared and fall face first onto your keyboard. It's possible. It's possible. I hope that doesn't happen, but I'm not going to say it's impossible. Over in YouTube chat, the first captain, hello, says, I'm surprised the hardware store was open so late. So I thought I could go to Canadian Tire, which is like kind of a catch-all hardware store we have around here. They're normally open till 9 p.m. Pacific, but on Sundays they close earlier. So I just ended up going to Walmart, and Walmart had what I needed. So, yo, Logo Tone, what up? That was a really cute little thing that just popped up in the chat there. Cute little kitty. Thank you so much for that massive cheer. For that big old pile of biddies. Logo Tone, that is very, very kind. And again, I don't know if that was a pointed cheer. Like, yo, Nick, get a better setup. Your setup is scuffed. But I appreciate it regardless, whatever the impetus was. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for your very kind cheer. Martin Ramirez says, so many bad vibes in the world right now. I needed this to unwind and rest. You've come to the right place. Only good vibes here. Only good vibes here. Welcome on in, Martin. Make yourself comfortable. And it says, Royal's so fluffy. She is. She is super fluffy. Landon, hello, welcome. Landon says, wonderful to see you, Nick. Just when sleep was seeming impossible. Good night, all. Landon, I hope we can help you sleep Um, 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 um. Yakanona says, I'm impressed you ran out and glued it together for us, dude. You know what? I was gonna miss the stream if I didn't absolutely have to. I was looking forward to it. So, I was bummed out when it broke. Nothing more frustrating than 15 minutes to stream time and suddenly something breaks. Not the first time, won't be the last time, but anyway, we made it work tonight. The thread was wibbly wobbly, but was it timey wimey? No, just wibbly wobbly tonight. Yo, Potato Boy is also in the YouTube chat. Potato Boy says, you're all good. I love that they're spaced out as they're so fun and worth watching multiple times. Talking about the thief videos. The new episode was fun as it was new for you. It's true. First time I've ever played that mission, so I'm quite keen to get back to it. So I'm also really keen to play some Thief VR. I was waiting until Valve put their Steam frame out to play it, but news on the street is that Steam frame might be coming in a little pricier than originally intended, thanks to memory shortages and whatnot. Valve still has not announced a price for that thing. They said they're still trying to get it out in the first half of this year, though. So, we'll see. We'll see. You're right, Yakinono. These days, vibes are weird. The world has weird vibes. So weird. That's why we try to keep the vibes good here. Like, sometimes weird also, but hopefully good weird, not bad weird. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. I'm just scrolling back in the Twitch chat to see what I missed, because I know I still missed some things. That was me showing the kitty pictures, and we talked about burritos, jump scares. Naga, congrats on your 55 stream watch streak. That is intense. That is massive. That is a very impressive stream, especially since Twitch seems to like to just arbitrarily ruin people's watch streaks. So, congrats on your streak, Naga. Also, it's good to see you. Kuro has a bat signal. It's more like a Miyazaki signal, a FromSoft signal. Like, FromSoft detected, honing in. Soulsborne signal. Retroid says, I hear only the realist streamers have their camera mounts held together by glue. It's true. You don't get much more authentic than that. This ain't no sponsored product. This is a piece of garbage I bought with my own money, and I glued together with my own glue. Oh dear. Limit 77. I know what time it is. I know what time it is. Welcome, Limit. Steel Neko, what's up? Steel Neko says use your dark powers by planting kudzu. I don't think the game has real plants. I think they're fanciful plants, but there might be a kudzu equivalent. We shall see. We shall see. Attractive, those games are not easy. The board game I'm discussing, yeah, it was challenging. It was fun though. Ooh, that's my knees. Derpalord, what's up? What's up? Welcome. Anna says Little Old Potato Land is the real party anyway. we do party here. We do ball, actually. Yeah, we do. Yes, word. Limit 77 says message from Eevee and Pikachu. Kapow, kapow. Eevee on one side, Pikachu on the other. Synchronized. Kapow. Alright, good coffee will keep you awake. Yanagi, and we will keep you entertained. Beanard, it is good to see you. I just saw your message earlier after I'd already planned to play Botany Manor, but y'all, Beanard requested some gameplay of a little game called Smooshy Come Home. Does anyone know Smooshy Come Home? Looks really cute. You play a little mushroom trying to find its way home, I think. It's like a 3D platformer. Anyway, I bought it on the Steam sale in anticipation of playing it on stream. And I think next weekend, Beanard, if you can join us next weekend, we will play some Smooshy Comes Home. Smooshy Come Home. Beanard also says, my brother played this game and enjoyed it. It looks really chill. I really like the vibes of Botany Manor from what I've seen so far. So I'm looking forward to checking it out here. Logotone/Yakinono, thank you for the community support. That's very kind. Yo, what's up, Sepu ASMR? Howdy. 1:43 a.m. Just can't fall asleep here with you. Well, hey, I'm glad you could join us, and I do hope that we can help you drift off to dreamland, or at least be entertained and enjoy some good vibes while you're not sleeping. The scamp hopes that you have some good vibes while not sleeping. But please do make yourself comfortable here. Mason Zero Gaming, yo, says, oh nice, I was curious about this game since it was free this week, and here I am streaming it. Yeah, it is the free one on Epic right now, and like I said, it's one that I had on my wish list for a while, so it's nice when being a patient gamer pays off. And games that you want to play just fall in your lap. Jack Coke said, really, really bad time to be outing new hardware. I know, like, I feel bad for Valve trying to put out fresh hardware in this market. That's crazy. Good excuse for Sony to coast with the PS5. Yeah, sounds like they internally at least have talked about pushing back the PS6 until things settle out. And I guarantee you Microsoft is having the exact same conversations right now, because how could they not be, especially since they are a distant second in that hardware race in terms of like sales this generation. So they need to put a compelling box forward if they're going to sell more hardware. Of course, Xbox also has the benefit, I guess, if you will, of these days being like, hey, any machine's an Xbox, you can play our games anywhere. So they're a little less reliant on putting out their own hardware, I guess. But although in fairness, PlayStation has also been putting out a ton of games on PC lately over the last couple of years, and apparently it's making them tons of money. I saw a report saying Sony has made like a couple $1 billion off of PC sales of their games so far. So Attractor says, thank you for still streaming even with a broken camera mount. I mean, I'm hoping it's less broken than it was. If it was fully broken, I would not be streaming. But you are welcome. Kuro says they won't, though. There are enough dedicated Sony fanboys. They will buy a PS6 no matter what it costs. That's true. I bet you, though, they will. I bet you. I don't know. There was some reporting recently saying that they had internally, at least, I'm pretty sure, been discussing delaying for a while. I mean, they want to make as much money as they can, and they can release to the hardcores. But if it's only the hardcores that are going to buy like a $1,000, say, PS6 or $1,200 PS6, they're making a lot less money than they would if they waited for prices to be less crazy, I guess. I don't know. I am no video game economist, but maybe they'll put out like a special edition early release PlayStation 6 for the hardcores to spend $2,000 on, and then later they'll release a cheaper SKU. Who can say? Octobloom, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. Yakinono earlier said that's honestly part of why I asked the lawyer to have the courts freeze the rent for units vacated by the disaster, so they would lose an incentive to displace people, like a tiring stand against bad times. I'm glad you did, because that is the moral way that should be handled. And I'm sure others in the building very much appreciated that. Potato Boy says, welcome to today's Spencer Crazy Glue for a crazy world. We'll make sure your cracks never destroy your dreams. Crazy Glue, buy now. How crazy is it? Oh, yeah, that crack sound was my camera mount breaking. No, just my knees. Says no worries, no worries. Yakanona says, that's cool that Sony might be pushing off PS6 because I don't feel like shelling out for another gen console anytime soon. Also fair. You have a PS5 Pro. Oh yeah, I mean, PS5 Pro is a very capable machine still. Grab and Screech, hey? Grab and Screech says, Nick, for your Christmas wandering ASMR vids, do you prepare a script or are you just riffing as you go? I love those wandering vids. It's a very good question, Grab and Screech. Thank you for asking. It's a bit of both. So usually I do think ahead of time of like where I want to wander. I'll often do a little run through just so that I kind of have a sense of where I want to go. I will think about things I want to say that are in those areas, but I don't like write a script. I don't practice it per se. I'm just like, yes, there's a Christmas tree there. I would like to talk about the Christmas tree. Yes, there's stars in the sky. I will talk about the stars in the sky. So it's a little bit of both. It's not rehearsed per se, but it's prepared-ish, if that makes any sense. But the actual words are improv, if that makes sense. Steel Neko says, I have enough points to request a game to play if I didn't keep spamming scams. We make choices. I can't say what the right choice is, but... Bruce says, Nick, I'm about to buy my second copy of Starfield. Why? So I'll have a Game Pass copy to run vanilla. And I'll have my Steam copy to run Star Wars Genesis. That makes sense, although I think, does Mod Organizer work with Starfield? Because if so, you could just have two instances of your Steam version, one that's modded and one that's not. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy a second version. If you want to have a completely separate, clean version and want to support Bethesda, more power to you. But you probably could have a clean version and a modded version using Mod Organizer if it works the same way it does for Skyrim. Nakoma, welcome. Welcome on in. How's it going? West Coast Nakoma, California Nakoma. Mason's here says, also no idea if I've chatted before, but I'm a YouTube OG. I'm so glad to still see you going, Nick. Thank you, Mason. I appreciate that. I don't know, it says here in the chat that that was your first time chatting on Twitch, at least. But maybe you're just on a different account here on Twitch, or maybe it's just always been on YouTube before. Either way, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you being a YouTube OG. Thanks for sticking around for all this time, being a part of this community. But I'm glad you're joining our Twitch chat, because it's cool people, some cool people over there. SK5 Minecraft says, brain won't stop replaying an assignment mistake I made, so I'm here on Twitch to distract myself. Perfect. Don't even think about it. Instead, think about potatoes. Think about Botany Manor. Think about Evie back there. Think about the beer that I'm going to go grab in a second, and we're going to enjoy here. Actually, I've got some other stuff for you to think about here. How about one other thing I did this weekend was I went and I picked up a new watch, a new old watch. I know this is not the watch stream, the watch cast, y'all might not care too much, but this was on sale at a local auction. And Sarah got me this beautiful watch as a Christmas gift. And I really like it. It's like my everyday wear watch right now. Citizen Eco Drive in this beautiful green. I've showed this off a couple times on stream. It's nice because it's solar powered. It's just a really lovely watch. But because she had bought this at auction previously, she's getting ads for similar watches, and this one popped up. And she's like, just so you know, this one's on the auction. And I was like, oh, it's really pretty. And so I did bid on it, and it turns out I did win it. So I picked that up yesterday. But I thought you guys might like to see it because it's pretty cool. So this, as you can see, is a little scuffed. It needs a little TLC. It needs to be buffed and polished. It's all scratched up, and that watch glass on the front, it might need to be replaced. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to take it into a watch repair place, but it does still run. And what I love about it is all its little complications. This is another Citizen Eco Drive. It's similarly solar powered, but it has a little day of the week dial. It has a little month of the year dial. Around the outside of the face, it has a day of the month dial. And my favorite, it has a moon phase dial as well. And it's this gorgeous blue and silver. And so I just saw it and I was like, oh damn, that's really cool. And so I'm glad that I won it in the auction. I'm willing to put a bit of money into it to get it cleaned up, and hopefully into a really nice shape. So I think it's just a really neat looking little watch, and I'd like to wear it. So anyway, I just thought I'd show that to you guys because it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. Our tractor says, I love the green. Oh yeah, on this thing. I know, it's really cool. It's a very pretty one. And solar powered, yeah. Yanagi says, ooh, the watch looks good. I don't know which one you're talking about. They're both pretty nice. This one, I think I got a pretty good deal on as well. I saw it selling online, like secondhand, for quite a bit. Because it's not in production anymore, and I guess, you know, these things are fairly collectible, so I think I got a pretty good deal on it, despite the fact that it is a little scuffed. I think it'll clean up just fine. So, I'm not a huge watch nerd. I don't know a whole lot about watch collecting or anything, but I just really liked it, so. Yeah, I can notice it's a really nice and classy watch. Thank you. Our tractor says nice, like we can see all the internal workings. Yeah, you can't actually see the internals here, but it's because it's got so many dials, it almost looks like it, eh? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I don't think it has a tides. It has moon phase. Oops. Moon phase. Month of the year, day of the week, and then around the outside of the face it has day of the month. And in addition to like the normal time markings. It is not too late for stream beer tonight, Livy. I've got a stream beer and we're gonna bust it open pretty soon here. This is, you're kinda neat. Aw, thanks, Nakoma. Would you buy me at auction? That's a weird thing to ask, but anyway. I don't know why I bought this because it was pretty neat. Pretend I didn't say that. Just pretend. Just anyway. Attractive. I still remember that really cool Yod wooden watch you reviewed on YouTube once. It is rad. I still have it. I do wear it sometimes. It is a beautiful watch. Yod makes some lovely watches for sure. Dang it, Drake. Dang it, Drake. I thought I got away with it. Curses. Good to see you though, Drake. Welcome. Shout out to our boy Jaconis ASM artist. Can we get a shout out in the chat? I give a verbal shout out. Chat gives a digital shout out. Mason Zero says, Was it just my algorithm or did anyone else see the 25-minute video a watch brand uploaded of someone assembling all the tiny pieces of watch? I've not seen it, but that sounds awesome. That sounds gorgeous. I just think watches are neat. All the tiny little bits are cool. Just jumping back to YouTube chat because it's been going. And then once I'm caught up over there, I will get the stream beer. Trobe, what's up, Trobe? Good to see you. How you doing? Trobe says, "Were you actually late because you were watching the Super Bowl?" No, I don't even know what teams were playing in the Super Bowl. I have to admit. And even if I did know what teams, it wouldn't mean anything to me because I don't Super Bowl. I don't football. So I have no idea. I don't know what teams are playing. I do not know what team won. I have no context. Oh, the Seahawks won. Okay, that does mean something to me. I know the Seahawks are a Seattle team. Yay, West Coast, Pacific Northwest, I guess. They are probably the closest NFL team to me. So I guess, therefore, they're my home team, as it were. Congratulations, Seahawks. I don't know, are the Seahawks a good team? I mean, obviously they are this year, but are they like historically a good team? Or is this like a rare thing? Again, I don't know a whole lot about sports ball, and I don't mean to break your heart here, Drake, but I do know that the Mariners, for example, are not historically known to be, championship material, typically. So I don't know if that's the same for Seattle's football team or not. They're from Seattle. It's always hit or miss. Okay. This is their second Super Bowl win. All right. Patriots were favored more so. Okay, cool. Cool. Well, congratulations, Seattle Seahawks and Seahawks fans. I'm sure that there's a big party down in Seattle tonight. That's cool. I'm getting behind the chat again. Dang it. Drake doing the Lord's work, indeed. Levy wants to know what monitor I'm using. I'm using an LG C2 48-inch OLED TV for my display. It's big and beautiful. Handsome Dashing Princess, good to see you. Welcome. Bruce says Game Pass version is what I currently have, and it doesn't support a key mod component. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. It supports mods, but there's a script extender that is only supported by the Steam version of Starfield. Okay. I, for some reason, assumed you had the Steam version and we're getting the Game Pass version, but if you have Game Pass and you want to get Steam, that makes perfect sense. That checks out. Kuro says, I am also not a sports person in general, but especially not American football. Very, very similar situation here. Durable Lord, congrats on your 5-stream streak, by the way. Serena says the Mariners were in the World Series last year. Okay, well then apparently I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Wait, but then Drake says, to be fair, the Seahawks have been to the Superb Owl 4 times. The Mariners have never been to the World Series. But wait, Serena just said the Mariners were in the World Series. I'm so confused. You're taking advantage of the fact that I don't know anything about sports ball. I'll just relay any information you give me, right or wrong. Mason Zero says being raised in Seattle, Seahawks are all I know, but I still don't care. Yikes. That is fair though. Yes, the Superb Owl. Just makes me think of that What We Do in the Shadows episode, which is very good. Brendan says I work in a baseball stadium in the summer. That sounds like a fun summer job. Libby says my uncle just got a super thin 240 hertz spaceship thingy. Is it an OLED? Yo, what's up, Yeti? Once again, my favorite Alaskan cryptid. How you doing, Yeti? Welcome on in. Siren says the Mariners were close to the World Series last year. Okay. Got it. Got it. Yeti says it was Toronto Blue Jays and LA Dodgers. Oh yes, I remember the Blue Jays were in the World Series because people were very excited about that. And then they lost. But, you know, that's how it goes. That's fair, Drake. Yanagi says this all goes over my head, to be honest. Me too. Attractive says I just totally zoned out. I'm sorry. The sports ball chat is over. We have very limited sports ball chat here. Oh dear. It's true, Livy. OLEDs are beautiful. Yakinono on YouTube says I've been leveling the jobs I play in FF14 to 100. Warrior, Black Mage, Samurai, and Mage. Reaper, White Mage, Sage. That sounds like a lot. Holy cow. That sounds like a lot of work. Botany at 100. What do you do for botany in FF14? Potato Boy says I genuinely love my base PS5 I got 3 years after the PS5 dropped, and it runs just fine for me and plays well. It's still a fairly capable machine, yeah. Hey, you're gonna get all those things, I am sure. Totally. Nice. I have here, speaking of Samsung Evo 990 Pros, I think I should mention this, but I've got a 4 terabyte Evo 990 Pro here that I need to still pop in my machine. I just haven't yet, but I bought it on Black Friday because I had an inkling that things were going to get more expensive, and I believe they have. So I was like, if I want storage, I'm going to buy it now. Evan Karma, welcome. Thank you for tuning in from England. I hope your morning is going well. I hope it's going well. Oh my goodness, there's sports ball discussion going on YouTube as well, and I don't know that I can keep up with it. Oh, yeah, Kanona talking about watches says I have my grandpa's watch. I wish the face were a bit bigger. It's nice to see those gorgeous watches. I'm glad you're into it too, maybe? Is what you meant to say there? It looks so freaking cool. I'm glad you won it. Yeah, it is gorgeous. I'm really looking forward to getting it cleaned up, getting it serviced, and being able to wear it. That watch face looks like something the dwarves would engineer in Elder Scrolls. I feel like my new Dwemer watch, y'all. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I don't know what that means, Yakinono, but I'll take your word for it. Most people are sick of the Patriots. Fair enough. My archive says I just like sports team with animal names. Seahawks is a cool name, I will say. Seattle is a nice place. It's a nice city, yeah. Potato Boy says I've been watching the Olympics and it's been really fun. I've caught a tiny bit of the Olympics, but not too much. Not too much. Yes, I'm pretty excited for the Artemis 2 mission, Potato Boy. Yakanana talking about the botanist in FF14. You go around collecting plants and what have you, and then craft food or armor or weapons or sell it. I guess that makes sense. That's about what I would expect. Sounds like a nice time, though. Mech, welcome. Cambolius Rex, good to see you. Welcome on in. Hey, thank you for the kind words and good vibes, Cambolius Rex. Yakanona says I almost went with the 4 terabyte 990 Pro on Black Friday. My instincts were right. It was way cheaper then. It kind of just seemed to be the way things were headed, you know. Okay. I was so caught up in chat, and then now I'm a bajillion miles behind. A million billion miles behind. Yeti says my ball knowledge runs deep. I believe it. Yeah, sure. That's right. The sports ball chatter here is quite rare. This is quite rare. You all remember this moment. The next time could be a while. A while. It's true though. It is a big sports ball day between the Superb Owl and the Olympics. I don't know if they have any actual sports ball at the Winter Olympics, but I guess they have like sports puck at the Winter Olympics. Yo, Kapoo, what's up? Welcome on in, welcome on in. Kuro says, I don't know a whole lot about sports ball, but you want to know what I do know a fair bit about? Maybe too much about? Naval history. Ain't it the truth, Kuro? Yes, we are changing it up, Yanagi. We are past the sports ball. We are now on to naval history. Soon we'll be on to beer and then video game. How's that sound? Thank you for the rain, by the way, Yanagi. Oh yeah, Kuro's got some serious wall of text action going on here. It's been a while since Kuro has given his naval facts of the stream. But it's legendary, y'all. It's legendary. Holy cow. It's just going. It is just going. Kuro, I don't know if I can. I thought you said you were going to cut it down. Yeti says, love me some naval history. Well, Yeti, you're getting it in spades. In spades. Kuro, I don't know if I can read all this right now. Given that we've got a late stream here. But I do encourage everybody in the chat to educate yourselves about the USS North Carolina while I go and get tonight's stream beer. How does that sound? How does that sound? And Kuro, I will read your research paper after the stream. If you send me a link, I would be happy to. I do not think I can read the whole thing right now, right here, live on stream. Sadly. But the rest of y'all, enjoy edumacating yourselves. Kuro says, I did cut it down. This is the cut down version. All 1,000 words of it or so. Livy says, you actually typed all that. This is not a copy paste. I believe it. Kuro brings high quality scholarship to this here chat, alright? Y'all better go read that. I mean, it is copy paste, but it was typed previously. Or it's an original. It's a Kuro original, is what I'm saying. This isn't just a copy pasta. Whisper naval facts. What a vibe. What a vibe. Markov says, if anyone can make sports ball relaxing, it's you. There are actually some really good like sports ASMR artists out there who are all about the sports, but I'm probably like the least qualified to make sports relaxing, truthfully. Potato Boy says, here in Denver, Colorado, we have become the capital for anime horse fans. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that. I'll take your word for it. With the Broncos. Okay. Sapu ASMR says it's -11 in NYC and comfy in bed. Best banter ASMR. I'm glad that you're enjoying the cozy vibes. I'm glad. And yes, happy Black History Month. I know we talked about that last stream, but in case you missed it, I think we have some kind of Black History Month thing happening at my workplace this week, maybe. I have to double check, but I think so. There's ASMR for everything. There really is. There really is. totally, Anth. There's an audience for every kind of ASMR. Every kind of ASMR. Yanagi says, I need a TLDR, Kuro. Kuro, I want to learn about the USS North Carolina, but I just can't right now. I just can't. It's already 11:16 and we are an hour and 20 minutes, or hour and 12 minutes, pardon me, into this stream, which already started late. So, as I said, enjoy educating yourselves on the history of the USS North Carolina, and I will be back with the beer shortly. Yo, what's up, Tech Gadget? What's up? I will be right back, friends. Enjoy your history lesson. Hello again, friends. Okay, so it's time for the quiz. It's going to be 10 questions, short answer on the USS North Carolina. Question number 1. How many potential designs were proposed for the USS North Carolina? Derpalord, oh no, are you late for work? Did we make you late? Alright, have a good day at work, Derpalord. Question 1, Kuro, WTF. Also, I see that despite the fact that I tried to distract you all with Kuro's research paper, the chat still burned down. Tick Spring out there, burning it down. Naga, burning it down. Handsome Dashing Princess, attractive. Drake, I expected no less, really. But I did try. Dylan, that gadget. You should post them in the Discord, Kuro. We should have a place for you to post them there. Somewhere that people can go and actually read through them in their entirety. And gain some knowledge. Bruce says, I feel like I want to get a cat and name him Mike. You should. But then everything the cat says will be a lie. A lie. Sorry, I'm just scrolling up to see what I missed. And parse the chat between the naval history. As much as I would like to read the naval history, I feel like it's just not in the cards tonight. Livy asks, anyone know about a ton about trains also? Livy, are you our local train expert? Kuro TLDR'd the wall of text and says, TLDR is Japan were a bunch of cheeky buggers, but the US and UK said nuts to that and built bigger guns on the ships anyway. That's a great TLDR. I love it. It makes me want to go read it more because I want to know about that. Livy says, I would love to see the document. Again, Kuro wrote like more than this and then cut it down in an attempt to make it more stream digestible. And yet here we are. Peachy Pixels, hello and welcome. So good to see you. How are you doing? Cryptic Charlie, thank you for the follow and welcome to our stream. Welcome on in. Potato Boys' trains are indeed amazing. Yanagi, you got it right. Livy, you got it right. Good job. Good job. Oh wait, is there a blood sugar check we're waiting on, Nakoma? So there is. Thank you for looking out for your streamer. Your streamer is me. Thank you for looking out for me. My blood sugar is at 5.5. 5.5 and reasonably stable. You love to see it. Thank you for that. That check, Nakoma. Thank you for your patience also. Tixbury says, I just joined, didn't know what was going on except you're leaving for beer. I left for beer and Kuro stayed to educate. But the beer that I left for, I think will be worth it. The Kuro Chronicles, that's right, attractive. Kuro says, come on, you don't need to play the game. I mean, that is pretty typical of our streams around here, that attitude, I will say. Thoric says, Mike the cat, I haven't been fed my dinner yet. Exactly. Ilk, welcome. I'm glad that you chose to stop in before sleeping. Thank you for the kind stream wishes, and I hope you sleep very soundly. I hope you have a great sleep, Ilk, and welcome. Kuro cut off a whole page of that dissertation. That's some serious editing. Livy said my dog be doing the same thing. Mike the cat. I asked that and he said I'm allowed to go outside to take a dump in the garden and harass the neighbor's dog. Oh boy. Kuro says I did not cut this out. Over 500 words do not have this read. It's possible you did. I'm afraid it's possible you did. Here, tell you what. I'm gonna read the beginning like a teaser. Alright? And then if people want to know more, they can go read more on the Discord. I'm just trying to think of where it would be appropriate to share it. If you want to just drop a link, actually I don't know if it'll let you drop a link. You can try though. In general chat, go right ahead. It might tell you can't, but you can try. Alright. The teaser. Kuro says, on this mini-series I've been doing, thanks by the way, Nick, for allowing my nonsense. It is allowed, it is even encouraged Although whether I read the whole thing or not is still, like I said, dubious today. I've covered legendary ships such as the HMS Warspite, which is a great name, and the USS Enterprise. Yo, Bratwurst, welcome. Welcome on in. You've arrived just in time for some naval facts. I've talked about hilarious happenings, such as the Russian repair ship Kamchatka, I do remember that, accidentally shooting an Allied cruiser, the Aurora, with a live round during a funeral salute. And I've touched on many other notable vessels and events that played out between the First World War to the start of the Korean War. But only once have I taken the time to truly delve into the happenings surrounding a particular ship, rather than just the ship itself. Because sometimes what makes a ship interesting isn't the size of its guns, or how many awards it has earned throughout its history, or even the numerous battles these ships have survived or fallen in. Sometimes what makes a ship interesting is the politics and the decisions that happen before the keel is even laid down. Such is the story I have for you. So strap in for a long one, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kuro's story of the stream. On tonight's episode, the USS North Carolina and the second London loophole. It's a pretty good teaser, actually. Have your appetites been whetted for more naval history? Mine have. Perhaps maybe we can come back and do this piecemeal. Perhaps we can do that. Cambolius Rex. Indeed. Botany Manor looks and sounds delightful. I definitely want to get into it here. My archive says you really are a master of finding chill games, and they're nerdy too. I like 2 Point Campus or Abzu. Both very fun games. Potato Boy is into the trains, Livy, so you got a kindred train spirit. My archive says I'd be fond of a soft-spoken lecture on locomotives. I know very little about trains. I would not be the person to deliver that. Do people like my whispering or my soft-spoken voice now, asks my archive. That's a very good question. I tend to think that my soft-spoken voice is a bit more mainstream accessible, if that makes sense. Personally, when I'm watching ASMR, I generally prefer whispering myself, but I think maybe more people enjoy the soft-spoken. That's always been my impression, but I don't know. You guys tell me otherwise if that's the case. Yanagi, thank you so much for our soft-spoken scamp. Also, Beans Giggity, welcome. We could make a new channel called Kuro Naval Facts. We could do that. It is apparently currently shared in the general chat on Discord. I don't know what is happening right now with Beans Giggity. Beans, we're gonna have to chill a little bit, but you're welcome to hang out. Just behave yourself. Cryptic Charlie says, hey Nick, quick heads up. I tried to get to your YouTube channel via the About Me panel and it spits out a 404. Oh, that's weird. But the Twitch About section works fine. That's strange. I'll have to look into it. Thank you for letting me know, Cryptic Charlie. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but I'll go do a pass on those links. Something clearly broke. This camp's like soft-spoken. Good night, Ilk. Good night. Our tractor says soft-spoken is my fave, but I love all your vids anyway. That's very kind and very supportive. Thank you. ASMR Guitar Hero with New Age spa music. I would do it. Sounds amazing. That sounds incredible. The work says looks like the About Me links to. Sorry, it got suppressed by the auto mod. Something instead of the ASMR nerd. Okay. I wonder if that's always been broken. That'd be so funny if it's never been right. Oh, it's the ASM nerd. Oh, maybe it has forever been broken. That'd be so funny. Hold on. Let's see if we can fix this right now. This is very professional of me. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see if I can fix this right now. About me. Edit my panels. Oh gosh. Which section is the YouTube link? Oh, there it is. youtube.com/theasmnerd. You're right. I bet you that has always been broken. It only took 5 years or something for someone to find it. Cryptic Charlie, you are on top of it. Okay, let's see. My YouTube. Wait, why is it still broken? I just fixed it. Maybe I didn't hit save or something. I didn't save it. Submit. There we go. Now, turn off edit panels. Alright. Hey, there it is. It works now. Y'all can go confirm if you want, but it works for me. You might have to refresh your page. Sweet. The link is in the About Me panel on the About panel of my Twitch page. Cryptic Charlie, thank you again for making me aware of that. Like I said, it might have been like that for quite some time. What was the bulk for, Tick Spring? For typoing my channel link all those years ago. Kuro says, by the way, I saw someone say in YouTube chat earlier, but believe it or not, I do not have autism. I just really like history and FromSoft games. That is also legit. It is totally fair to just be a big nerd about something. I've not played Botany Manor before, Tick Spring. That's why we're here tonight. It is currently free on Epic, yeah. That's also why we're checking it out tonight. You know, there's lots of reasons why people might be extremely passionate or extremely knowledgeable about a thing. It could be related to neurodivergence in some cases, but other cases, not. I don't think it necessarily says anything one way or the other in isolation, you know, in a vacuum. Cryptic Charlie says, also checking out the YouTube, love all the Elder Scrolls and Thief love. Hey, thank you. Thief 2 is so looked over nowadays. Well, I am actively in a Thief 2 Let's Play on the channel, which granted has been very slow, but actively playing. I love Thief 1, and I'm finally experiencing Thief 2. And Nagi said, love the Wandering and Elder Scrolls series. Thank you. This is one of my all-time favorites. Thank you all for confirming that that the link now works. Alright, gang. It is late, and this is not the beer for 11:30 on a work night, and yet here we are. I saw this at the liquor store, and I just had to get it because it concerns a local cryptid, y'all. Tonight's beer, Thrashin' Caddy Juicy IPA. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. This is the Cadborosaurus. The Cadborosaurus is Victoria's local cryptid. And this is the most radical Cadborosaurus I've ever seen. This dude is just absolutely just, I don't know what he's doing. He's having a real good time though. Let me read. Thrashin' Caddy Juicy IPA from Vancouver Island Brewing. Vancouver Island Brewing presents. For centuries, Cadborosaurus was just thrashing waves, keeping it cryptid. But this beer is too dang juicy to hoard, So Caddy came crashing ashore, shades on, tarps off, ready to party. And there he is. So, I actually don't know a whole lot about the history of Cadborosaurus, I have to admit. There's a bay here. It's called Cadboro Bay. Apparently, there's a sea monster in it. It's called Cadborosaurus. The extent of my knowledge of Cadborosaurus is that at Cadboro Bay, there's a park, like a playground for kids. And that playground had a giant sea serpent that you could climb on, made of like concrete. And that was the Cadborosaurus. And but I'm sure there's more to the story of the Cadborosaurus than that. I do not know when the first sighting was. I do not know, if it goes back to like pre-European history. He definitely rips loud. Thoric says, yo, Caddy looks like he's ready to rip some sick clouds, riding some sick waves. 100%. 100%. Anyway, he's got a little Vancouver Island Brewing tattoo, which is pretty fun. Dude looks like he sells sneakers and rides an e-bike. Naga says, oh no, he's hot. Oh man, what a Chad. He is absolutely Chadly. 100%. Mason Zero says, my entire knowledge of Victoria is loading ready run and my parents honeymooning there 35 years ago. Your parents have good taste. Good taste. Hope they enjoyed it here. I'm excited for this game too, Ghosty. And we will get to it in a moment once I crack open this beer and we try out Thrashing Caddy's Juicy IPA. Also, Not 21 Cabbage, welcome. Welcome. All the Cadborosaurus needs are some headphones, as my archives. It's true, he should be wearing some headphones. You're totally right. So curious as to the taste now with a dope artwork like that. Well, I'm gonna guess, because it is a juicy IPA, and because Thrashing Caddy here is clearly squeezing some oranges and other citrus fruits, I'm gonna guess we've got a nice citrusy, juicy IPA here. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Also, it's an extra big can. Look at the size of this thing, and it's 8%. There's this kind of like it's like a class of beers that I've seen these days. A few different breweries locally putting them out. These extra tall boys, usually a high ABV, usually at a reasonable price, often a juicy or a hazy IPA. I think these are for the bros who want to party and want to like crush some beers, but are looking to get a little more juiced than just your 5% Coors or whatever. And they all have this like really fun, bright art. Like Phillips makes a couple like this with the Gorilla Mode beers. So I think that's the market segment they're advertising here too. But it's pretty fun, right? It's pretty fun. So Not 21 Cabbage says that can is awesome. It is. It's very fun. That's not a rude question at all, Yanagi. I bought it at our local liquor store. One of many. I can't even remember which one. I don't know. There's a few around here, but like I can't remember what chain it is. But yeah, they just Vancouver Island Brewing has been around for a long time. Their beer is widely distributed in liquor stores in this part of the world. You would probably struggle to find it anywhere outside of BC, though, I would guess. I doubt that you're going to find this elsewhere in the world. Our beer distribution tends to be pretty local here. But okay, I'm going to crack this open. Let's do it. Okay, and let's adjust these here microphones so y'all can enjoy the pour. Nice fizzy pour. Alright. Yo, what's up, Rick Grimes? Good to see ya. Yeah, the artwork is very fun. Like I said, I couldn't not get it. It was too good. Alright, let's pour it out, friends. Let's see what Thrashing Caddy has for us. got a nice foam to it. Really nice. My archive says I don't drink alcohol, but I love mocktails. I like the Olay mocktails. Oh, I have one literally right here. These guys. I can get them at Costco. They're pretty tasty. So it pours sort of rich, juicy, hazy, almost orange juicy kind of look with a bright white head on top, which has mostly receded away, but very foamy. Very foamy. And yeah, it has a nice fruity, kind of citrusy, orangey, apricot-y kind of scent. Let's try it out. Cheers, my friends, to the Cadborosaurus. That is very agreeable. That is very smooth. That is lovely. It's very juicy. It's an IPA, so it's heavily hopped, but it is not bitter. It is not bitter. That's very juicy. Definitely orange. Lots of orange. A little bit of, yeah, kind of like orange and apricot. Maybe a little bit of mango in there. I wouldn't say it's not like on the pineapple-y side of things. It's more citrus. It's good. It's very good. Very crushable. You could drink a lot of that very quickly and not realize just how hard it's going to hit you until it hits you. Because it is 8%. Very yummy though. Now I guess I love beer hugs, and they're 10%, so just one is usually fine. Yeah, that's a lot. That's 2 beers in one, basically. I'm not sure what beer hugs are, but I'll take your word for it. Mason says, seems like the kind of beer some of my regular spots around Portland would also have. Yeah, maybe. You might be able to find it in Portland. Portland, of course, has its own massive craft beer brewing scene, but maybe as an import, you could find this stuff in Portland. It's possible. Cheers, Dick Spring. Cheers, Attractive. Cheers, Yanagi. Does opaque often mean hoppier? Not necessarily. It means smoother. It means hazy. But hazy IPAs are often, hopped like an IPA, but not as bitter. They're kind of softer. But you still get all that hop juiciness and flavor, just not so much the bitterness. Dubs, yeah, looks good. It is good. It's very good. My archive says today is Autism Sunday. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. Sapu ASMR says I had brain surgery last year, and no lie, half of one beer gets me wasted. That's probably for the best. Like, drinking less alcohol is a good thing, so I love the mocktails now. That's also totally fair. I've been thinking, friends, I should start exploring the non-alcoholic beers around here. Did you guys hear that? The heck was that? Is Sarah doing something? Oh, she might be coming in here. Maybe? No, she's going elsewhere. Okay. Thought I heard her come into the door. Yeah, that was kind of squeaky, right? But I think it must have been Sarah doing something. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, non-alcoholic beers. They've really proliferated around here lately. Lots of breweries are doing them. I kind of am curious to check them out. And they would be better for me. I hear they're not bad these days. Kuro says, cheers my friends, may you die with a 16-inch gun-armed battleship in your hands. Yeah, absolutely. I cheers to that. Yanagi asks, what does IPA mean or stand for? It stands for India Pale Ale, and it's a style of beer that is heavily hopped. So hops is one of the 4 primary ingredients in most beers, and it's used as a bittering agent and historically as a preservative as well. But mostly it's just a flavor agent these days. And conventionally, the more hops in a beer, the more bitter it is, although we have lots of techniques these days for adding lots of hop character, so some of the more subtle flavors of hops without amping up the bitterness. A lot of hazy IPAs take advantage of that. But yeah, India Pale Ale is a style that was originally created by British brewers in colonial India, or British brewers for export to colonial India. So I don't know if that answers the question, but you are most welcome. Umar, welcome. Oh, interesting, my archives. Never heard that before. Livestream soldiers. Am I planning on making any more Guild Wars 2 content? I kid you not, I was literally thinking about that today. Someone else was in here like a stream or two ago asking about Guild Wars content as well. There was also a part of me that almost wanted to play some Guild Wars Reforged on stream tonight. I didn't. We're going to play something else, but if anyone's ever interested, we could definitely do it. Umar asks, isn't there a difference between non-alcoholic and very low percentage alcohol, like 0.04 versus like 0.0? Maybe. I'm not sure. That distinction might differ by jurisdiction. I'm not actually sure. It is National Pork Rind Appreciation Day and National Potato Lovers Day. Y'all, it's our day. National Molasses Bar Day? What's that even mean? World Marriage Day, where everyone marries. Dubs, was that you asking about Guild Wars last week? Yeah. And then we ended up talking, I think, Falcor was talking about it too at one point. Maybe I need to make, oh yeah, the jumping puzzle. Yeah, we talked about the jumping puzzle. That's right, Dubs. Maybe it's time for some new Guild Wars content. We are also due for Dungeon Siege. Naga, I can attest to the fact they don't have to reveal themselves, but I was talking to my brother about what I was going to stream tonight, and Dungeon Siege was on that list as well. I appreciate that you are keen for more Dungeon Siege, because I do love me some Dungeon Siege. Tick Spring says, I'm not a fan of hoppy or grassy / foresty flavors. What style is non-hoppy? Darker styles are often not so hoppy, like dessert beers, vanilla stouts, chocolate porters, those sorts of things, usually lower on the hops. It's also like lagers that are, often less hopped. Vanquisher, you made it out. Welcome. Happy 42 months. Vanquisher, I'm glad you can make it. I know how crazy your schedule is right now. Welcome. You've showed up just in time for gameplay. Vanquisher, we're gonna do it, y'all. Let's play this game. Botany Manor. I've not played it before, but it looks very charming. Free on Epic Games Store right now, so I thought we'd try it out. Let's give it a go. 1890, Botany Manor, Somerset. Oh, that's very pretty. Oh, are we already? Oh, nice. Beautiful. I love it already. Oh no, there's scams here too. Oh no. Oh no. Yo, we're in the Somerset Isles, y'all. Look at that beautiful stained glass. That's gorgeous. All the pretty flowers in the stained glass. Thork says +1 for Dungeon Siege. Alright. Well, I think next stream we're gonna do Smooshy Come Home, perhaps. And maybe the one after that. We can have some Dungeon Siege. How's that sound? Magnus Prada says, I love a good sour or fruited beer if I want a low hop or high sweetness beer. Good choices. Yeah, sours, very low on the hops usually more on the fruity side. Belgians, you know, there's lots of, like a Belgian double, low on the hops, high on the sort of spicy sweetness. Logotone says, Sierra Nevada made the first American IPA, but the recipe they used is retired except for during Christmases for their celebration ale. Yeah, the IPA style has diversified into different sub-styles since then. You've got the sort of northeastern style IPA, northwestern style IPA, and others. But yeah, like many aspects of brewing, it has, you know, diversified in sort of the craft beer renaissance. Tick Spring says, I think I missed your rating. Sorry. On a scale of 1 to 5 chonky keyboard clicks, what is its rating? You can tap the keyboard to answer. Sorry. This keyboard? What is this keyboard's rating? I don't even know if I have this keyboard correctly identified with the keyboard command right now. Oh, the beer rating. Sorry, I thought you wanted to know about the keyboard. Let's see. What am I going to give this beer on a rating of 1 to 5? I'm going to give it a... How's that? Is that nice chunky keyboard taps? I'll give this a 4 out of 5. Good job, Thrash and Caddy. Also, Maria, hey, welcome. Welcome on in. Happy 44 months in the sub club, Maria. Also, it's great to see you, especially since we don't get to see you late in the evening like this. I'm glad that new schedule allows you to be here, that work schedule. Welcome, Maria. Yeah, these stained glass windows are just gorgeous, aren't they? Just gorgeous. Maria, I hope you are well. You've showed up just in time for gameplay, thank goodness. Also time for this potato tapping. Also, look who's here, Victorian Cuddler as well. Victorian Cuddler, welcome on in. You got the tail end of the stream as you wake up to go to work. Oh no, that must be a very early start for your day, Victorian Cuddler. But I'm glad that you were able to show up for the, well, is it the tail end? We've got a little bit longer still. We'll stream for a little while yet. We're only just getting to the gameplay. Oh my gosh. Victorian Cuddler, though, it is great to see you, and I hope you are doing well. Chunk Loading says, it is said that the Brits made IPA because of the long sea voyage to India around the Cape of Africa. I've heard this, although I do not know. I've also heard that that's apocryphal, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yes, I have heard that before too. Sepu ASMR says no spoilers, but just remember that the soil is 60 degrees in Sicily. That is very cryptic, but I'll take your word for it. Vanquisher says, hey, I can't stay for long, but last stream I mentioned I turned 23 a few weeks ago, and you asked if you had my permission to sing happy birthday, but you fell asleep and was unable to reply. I would love to sing happy birthday to you now, Vanquisher. Everybody, let's sing happy birthday to Vanquisher together. Vanquisher celebrated his 23rd birthday a couple of weeks ago. So, all together now. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vanquisher, Captain Vanquisher, or Vanquisher if you prefer, or Alien Test Subject X59ZY. Happy birthday, to you and many more. 23 is a good age, but lots of good ages to come as well. Vanquisher, I hope you had a great birthday. I hope it was a good one. I hope you got to maybe take a day off, or at least spend some time doing something you enjoy, because I know you work very hard these days. And look at all those happy birthday messages. That's very, very kind. Thank you all for joining in. Anth joining in, Sapu joining in, Victorian Cuddler, Derpalord, Attractive. By the way, welcome back on in, Derpalord. Derpalord says that thing about IPA is true. Beer does not last long, and the British sailors were allotted a gallon of beer per voyage. Sounds like a lot of beer, but I bet you got through it pretty quick. Maria, I'm glad you are doing well. I'm glad that new schedule is allowing you to join us here. That's wonderful. This is a late stream, Naga, it is. Tristis, I too used to be 23 once upon a time. I won't say exactly how long ago. Dismayingly long time ago. Thank you all again for joining in to wish Vanquisher a very happy belated birthday. And thank you, Mecha Mech, as well. Alright, gang. I think I might have missed a little bit of chat here. Kuro said, if we're going to add a channel to the Discord where I can put these stories, then we should also add a channel points thing we could redeem to force Nick to read one. Maybe. How many points would it have to be? It would have to be a lot. I'm going to guess you're sitting on a lot of points, though. Isn't that right, Kuro? Oh, a gallon per day, dear Lord. That's a lot of beer. That's a lot of beer. Attractive says, I met my wife when I turned 23. Oh, that's a very good age then. A good age for meeting people that you might be with forever. That's very sweet. I did in fact say alien test subject, yes. There's a story there, but I'm not going to get into it tonight. Instead, we're going to get into this beautiful game. I love this stained glass. Alright, there's something flashing over here. A parcel and a letter. Let's read the letter. Letter from Groundskeeper. Lady Arabella, we're so happy to have you back at Botany Manor. I hope you had a lovely trip. The scamp. Just imagine it's the scamp is the groundskeeper. In your absence, I'm afraid some things at the manor have deteriorated, though I can assure you we tried our best to keep things in order. I hope it doesn't affect your research too much today. Signed, Bennett, the scamp. Nothing on the back. We, the scamp. Yes, the scamps would also rip sick clouds, I'm sure. Okay, let's collect this parcel. To Arabella Green, Botany Manor, Somerset. So I guess we are playing Arabella Green. It's a good name. It's kind of ASMR sounds going on, eh? Nice parcel opening. Forgotten Flora. A herbarium by Arabella Green. Mayflower Publishing, Bedford Square, London, 1840. Dear Arabella Green, thank you once again for submitting your book proposal, Forgotten Flora. Please send this empty herbarium back to us once you've completed your research, and we'll be in touch with a potential offer. Sincerely, wow, words, Mayflower Publishing House. Okay. Forgotten Flora, researched and compiled by Arabella Green. Published 1890. Oh, wow, okay. So, we have a potential publishing agreement, but we have to fill out our entire book here with all these plants, by the looks of it. Clues, maps. Okay. I see what's going on here. I see what's going on. Y'all got a parcel. Cool. Well then, how do we go about this? Oh, time to go through the doors. Ooh, a fresh start. It's so pretty. One new plant added. Okay. We've got some stuff, some seeds, compost bin, soil. What's going on over here? Pressure or something. What's this? Somerset falls victim to industrial smog. I can barely see. Horse bus drivers refuse to work in these conditions. Yikes. That's Victorian England for you. What's this? Postcard from Marianne. Dearest Arabella. Yo, Naga, thank you so much for the cheer. Naga says, here's some time to get gameplay in. Emote only requested. Oh, that's not a bad idea. We can actually get some gameplay in then. Let me just go do a quick zip back here just to make sure I'm caught up on the chat, and then we'll slap on emote only mode for a bit, and we'll play the game for a little bit. Yeah, that's a ton of beer, Derbalord. Kuro says, I think we should be around the other whispered fact rewards, maybe a bit more due to the length. I think it might have to be substantially more based on the length of those things. We can workshop it. We can workshop it, Kuro. Derbalord, you're saving up for custom command. I look forward to seeing what it is. Attractor says the art style is so fire. So Firewatch. Yeah, you're kind of right. Yeah, you're totally right. Vanquisher says also some good news. After a long hiatus, I can finally stand back to work on my video game project. I was wondering about that, but I didn't want to ask you because I know you've been so busy. Hard to find time, but you think you can squeeze it in now. That must be nice to get back to it. And you're saving up to rent your own place. It sounds like things are moving. That's rad, Vanquisher. It's goals, right? You got goals. That's excellent. Well, I look forward to when eventually you have an update for your game for me to check out. Firewatch is awesome or attractive. I actually played it here on stream many a year ago. Many a year ago. Alright. Thank you again for the cheer, Naga, and for the emote only mode request. Let's slap that on for now. I don't remember how long emote only mode is supposed to be. It's going to be for a little bit here. YouTube chat, meanwhile, y'all can just keep chatting. I don't have an emote only mode for you. Twitch, though, it's your time to bring out your best emotes. Show me your finest emotes. Will I read this postcard from Marianne? Dearest Arabella, on my hike I came across the windmill wort, a flower that only grows in Sicily. Some locals told me the flower has air purifying qualities, but due to its bespoke temperature requirements, the plant rarely blooms. Maybe the flower could help with the smog pollution in your conservatory. Signed, your friend and peer, Marianne. To Lady Arabella Green, Botany Manor, Somerset, England. Alright, now the 60 degrees in Sicily makes a lot of sense. I see exactly what we're getting at here. Okay, I gotta open my herbarium. Windmill wort. Important clues get added to the herbarium where you can assign them to plants. If you're stuck, tracking clues can help you organize and validate your research. Okay, so windmill wort. We have to find 3 clues. Anemone februa. I want to grow the windmill wort to filter the smoggy air in my conservatory. but I'll need to research its temperature requirement first. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, it is pretty smoggy in here, huh? The scamps. Wait, what? Oh, that was weird. The scamps paused for a second in their assault. Dang, it is. It's real heckin' smog in here. Maybe the scamps are responsible. Here we go. Ideal soil temperatures for Mediterranean and wildflowers. We know it grows in Sicily. And, sorry, what else did we learn about it? What else did we learn? The scamps are active tonight. A wildflower that only grows in Sicily. So it doesn't say here where we might find it. On Sicily. Temperature chart. Spain, Portugal, France, Greece, Sicily, Morocco. Grassland, meadows, coastal, volcanic, and woodland. But there is something next to it here. Aha, there we are. Windmill wort. Volcanic flower. Checkered lily. Checkered lily looks like a fritillaria. Sword lily and daffodil. Okay, so we need a Sicilian volcanic flower. And as we were informed, 60 degrees. It's right there. So we're going to have to set the ideal temperature in here, I'm guessing. Let's go pick up our seeds. There we go. And Phase Beast has decided to use emote only mode in YouTube chat anyway. The Mediterranean is such a chill place, not like Seattle right now. They are sleepless in Seattle. Indeed. Okay, so we have found some clues. I think the postcard lets us know that it's from Sicily. The temperature chart lets us know the temperature, and the wildflowers poster lets us know the locality. So now we have filled out all the clues for our windmill wort. What else do we have here? Potting instructions. Place pot on saucer, add soil to pot, plant a seed, and water the seed. Very good. Okay. The pot is already on the saucer. Let's add a scoop of soil. Now we will add the seed, but first let's make sure we have the right temperature in here. Currently 20 degrees. Let's crank it up. 20 degrees, that's freaking cold. Dang, it's like freezing in here. Unless that's Celsius. Oh, it is Celsius. Wait, we have to turn up to 60 degrees Celsius. What? We're gonna die in here. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so freaking hot in here, you guys. Are we going to die? Okay. Let's plant that seed. Oh wait, no, put it back. Wait, how do I plant a seed? Help. Oh, plant windmill wort. There we go. And now let's water it. There we go. Hey, it sprouted just like that, y'all. Just like that. Let's inspect it. Very nice. Okay, what do we do now? How do we make it grow more? Place pot on saucer, add soil, plant seed, water seed. Yeah, we did that. We planted it. I think it's the right temperature. Pretty sure. It was 60 Celsius, right? Yeah, 60 Celsius. Maybe I have to water it more? Nope. Can't do that. Interesting. Want to compost it? Oh, we can't. Please, Windmill Ward. I'm sweltering in here. We are dying. This wisteria is gorgeous, though. Oh, now I got those some very good emotes. Alright. Well, I can probably free you all from the emote mode prison. Thank you all for your cooperation. Well, I got a little bit of gameplay in. You are free to yap once again. Is it really yapping when you're typing? I guess not. Kuro says, finally. Finally. Oh, Tick Spring, I missed your blood sugar check request, and I think I missed Peachy Pixel's potato tapping request as well. Let's do that. Let's do that. After 10,000 years. 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. Oh, freedom. There you go, Kuro. There you go. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, what am I doing wrong here, y'all? Why is our windmill ward not growing, do you think? That's true, my archives. The Olympics are in Italy this year. Whew, pardon me. I do love the Mediterranean. I have never not enjoyed myself on a Mediterranean trip. Why that potato make good sounds? Why indeed? Why indeed? Yeah, maybe I gotta look at my manual again. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. My seed manual or whatever. Press the button to make the heat go into the soil. Oh, did I miss a button that makes it actually go there? the scams are freaking raiding tonight. They are busy. They're active. What button makes the... This just adjusts it. How do I make the heat go into the soil? Do I have to put this over here somewhere? Oh, there's like a... Oh, wow, okay. Interesting. That explains it. It's not 60 degrees in here. We're just going to blast it with 60-degree heat. Let's do it. Toasty. Hey, it's growing. Look at that. We got our windmill wort. Hey. We got a little Chivo for it. Some XP. And we filled out the entry in our book. The windmill wort naturally grows in volcanic soil, which is why it requires a soil temperature of 60 degrees. The bud contains air purifying qualities, so the flower can filter its environment from dense smog. And, just like that, dang, that little plant did a good job. This is so pretty, y'all. Just gorgeous. That's very nice. Vanquisher says, well, it was good to catch up, but at last I'm going back to bed. Fair enough. You woke up and set alarms so you could stop by and say hi. Aw, Vanquisher, I appreciate that. I hope we've not disrupted your sleep too much. I hope you still get a good sleep. And you have a fantastic week. Rest well, Vanquisher. Really appreciate that you came on by to hang out with us tonight. It was great to see you. I'm glad to hear that things are looking up. Looking at getting back to your game. Looking at getting your own place without the roommate. That's fantastic. And I hope soon you'll have a little more free time to yourself, because I know you're working really hard right now. We miss having you here too, Vanquisher. Have a rad week, and we will see you soon, I hope. Take care, Vanquisher. Take care. Derpalord says, I saw a comment on Reddit related to the war in Ukraine. I thought I should ask before saying it here. Nothing political. I don't know, Derpalord. That's a hard one for me to say before you. I think that's inherently political potentially. But if you want to DM me, if you want to message me, I can vet it for you. I don't know if we have any other mods awake right now. I don't know if we do. But you can DM me on Twitch or Discord. Either or. All news is inherently political. These days it sure feels like it, doesn't it? Right, attractive? You know what? It doesn't have to make sense, Kuro. Thorek says, alright, gotta head off to bed as well. Have a great rest of the stream, everyone. See you next week. Thorek, you got to be here for the whole dang stream this time. That never happens. I'm glad you were able to hang out with us, though. You have a great week, Thorek, and we will see you next time as well. Sleep well. It is, Yanagi. This game is really pretty. I really like this art style. Let's set it outside. Oh, it's beautiful. What a pretty garden. Alright, Dipper Lord, I will take a look in just a second. Yeah, you're right, Kuro. It's a little bit Blueprints-like. Although I would say I like this maybe a little better, even. My archive says, what do you call a parrot that swallowed a watch? I don't know, what do you call a parrot that swallowed a watch? This is so pretty. Politics, my oh dear. What's through there? Ooh, look at that. The manor. Yeah, it does have a painterly look to it. You're right, Seppu. You're totally right. Gatehouse. The main gate here. This place is totally haunted, says Attractive. Oh no. Let me in. Let me in. We need to find a key. Where might we find a key? I wonder if there's one at the gatehouse. It's far too bright to be haunted. It's very colorful. Definitely pretty colorful for a haunted place. Oh, post box. Ah, a key. Entrance garden. What does this say? I'm currently busy researching. Please leave all deliveries in the gatehouse and ring the bell. Signed, Arabella. Nice. We now have a key. This? A bell? Let's ring it. Because why not? Botany Manor, home of the Green family. So I guess this is our family manor. Dang, our family loaded. Our family is well off. Too loud ASMR rude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How dare the game be so loud? Nice. Name a bush here, George. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Music's nice too. Attractive says it would be sick if the vibe totally changes when the sun sets. I would be 100% into that though. Can you imagine? That'd be a very different kind of game, but that'd be really good. That would be very fun. Seppu says for some reason there's something almost reminiscent of the Bioshock flashbacks to pre-1958 Rapture. There's a certain like ostentatiousness maybe. I kind of get what you're saying. I think I kind of understand where you're coming from with that. It's a very cute little bench. Very nice. Oh, more garden over here. Wow, this is a beautiful manor. So pretty. But I reckon we're supposed to go inside right now, so. It did get late fast, didn't it, Naga? I will have to head to bed soon. Also, dear Lord, let me go see what you messaged me. And then we'll head into the manor. 1 second. 1 second. Let me see. Wait, why did Discord? There we go. I don't see a DM from you, dear Lord. Oh wait, I have to accept your message request. There we go. There we go. I get, you know what, Derpa Lord, I appreciate it, but maybe we'll just stay away from it for now. I don't think there's anything especially offensive about that, but nonetheless, I think it's just for the best to just stay away from the topic entirely, if that's okay. Thank you for checking with me, though. I do appreciate it. It is pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Oh dear. Alright. This place would throw amazing cocktail parties. Also some fantastic tea parties, I bet. Can you imagine high tea here? Oh man, this is so charming. Okay, we've got another little potting station here. We've got a little... Oh, what's this? Hopgood Household, July 1890. My dearest Arabella, I hope this letter finds you well as you set off for London on your important trip. The thought of you in the bustling city, working on your ambitions, both excites and worries me. Time has indeed passed, and yet your determination for your field remains inspiring to me. I never imagined all those years ago that we would be writing to each other in our 5th decade about such endeavors. I look forward to hearing about your progress, and of course, let me know how I can be of assistance upon your return. Your loving sister, Elizabeth. Oh, that's nice. So I got the impression we are older. Lady Arabella is older. And we went on a London trip, I guess maybe to go pitch the idea of this book to the publisher. I think that's maybe what's going on here. I love the way the light fills these spaces. It's a very pretty indirect illumination. Oh, nice. I got a little XP boost for taking a break. I don't know what XP gets me, but... Seppu says, I wish it were easier to write letters. I suppose it was easier when it was the only option. Yes, people didn't know otherwise. Yeah, I love the way the light bounces through these spaces. That indirect illumination is really lovely here. Let's head on inside. Whoa. Survivors of adversity. We've got a tree in the lobby. 2 new plants added. Ah, there's a literal tree and a family tree. We've got a letter of some kind here. Well, beetle. Man, this is such a pleasing art style. Wow. Oh, something very flashy over there. I reckon that's supposed to be what we're supposed to look at next, but let's go check out this other stuff first. This tree is looking, I'm trying to figure out what is going on here. What is going on with this tree? Looks kind of sickly, maybe, or something. I'm not quite sure. Or maybe it's not real? I don't know. Kuro says reminds me of a Spanish villa, which I guess checks out since we're in Sicily. I don't think we are in Sicily. I think we're in Somerset in the UK. And both Sicily and Spain are in the Mediterranean, yes, but I'm pretty sure this is in the UK. It said Somerset, UK. It's got to be the sunniest day ever in the UK. But you're also right, it does have a bit of a Mediterranean villa feel about it. This is pretty, whatever this flower is. What's this? This must be our luggage. Taunton to London Paddington. Issued for return journey. First class. Elderly discount applied. There you go. That's our train ticket. Let's read this. I don't know. Letter from genealogist. Lady Arabella Green, I'm pleased to let you know that your family tree is complete, carefully tracing the history of your lineage. As per your request, I have altered the customary presentation, now displaying the maiden names of the ladies in your family, rather than their current names acquired through marriage. Should you require any further adjustments or have additional inquiries, I remain at your service. Yours truly, Robert Hinchley, genealogist. Oh, he didn't say truly, he just said yours. But, Derpalord said, in other news, colleague at work said that a report change wasn't a report change wasn't at all necessary for her, so I needn't spend time on it. The change in question was something that the CEO told me I should be doing for all reports whenever I change them, as in do this thing if it's already not there, but only if you're doing another change. And I responded to her with, I understand, but unfortunately the CEO's fury is scarier for me. Yeah, I would say that the CEO probably overrides this coworker's assessment of the situation. Although really, ideally, you should all be on the same page. But yeah. Yeah, that tree ain't looking so good, is it, Kuro? It is too sunny for the UK, says attractive. Kuro says, I do not believe this is in the UK. Dear Lord, thank you for the blood sugar check. I think Tick Spring actually requested a blood sugar check earlier and I forgot. It's bumping along kind of low, but it's still okay. It's in range, 4.6. As long as it doesn't drop much further, we're okay. I will check it again shortly, though. Thank you for that request, Derpalord and Tick Spring. Watch out for bears at Paddington Station. Oh, very good. Steel Nico. There should be a map with numbered rooms, says Seppu ASMR. Okay, alright. That will help us navigate here a little bit. Ah, the tree is sickly. I'm waiting for another plant to help it. Got you, Seppu. Let's see what this... So way back in the 1700s, John Green and Ursula Pengilly. They had 2 kids, Richard Green and Mary Deal. Wait, they had 1 kid, Richard Green, who married Mary Deal. Unless there's some Alabama stuff going on here. These are some very good names. There's a generation with a Theodore and Augustus. Solid names. The Pendleton family married in. Hopgoods. There we are. Arabella Meredith Green, born in 1835. And it looks like our sister Elizabeth, who we just got that letter from, married a fellow named Arthur Hopgood, and they have a young daughter, perhaps. I'm not that young. Should be, what year are we? 1890? Should be 27. Florence Mary Hopgood. So we, as Arabella, have a niece. And then there's this Goodfellow family, which appears to be our cousins. Yeah, our cousins. Through our mother's side. Cool. Neat. Very neat. Kuro says Britain hasn't experienced sunshine since William the Conqueror. If this family is old British nobility, that's more likely than anyone would care to admit. Yeah, you're not wrong, actually. Dartmoor. Travel by train to Dartmoor all the year round. Home to breathtaking sights. Hound Tor, Wistman's Wood, and Becky Falls. Man, this game is super charming. This looks very Mediterranean, eh? Like the lemons and stuff. Lots of lemons on Sicily. We drove through citrus groves on Sicily. On the slopes of Mount Etna. Pyrophiles. Speaking of fire. Fire has the potential to be among the most devastating forces of nature. Despite this, humans have developed the ability to invent, wield, and attempt to manage it. Meanwhile, certain species in the plant kingdom have evolved to adapt and flourish in the face of fire. Yo, this is like my dissertation. Not quite, but in areas where forest fires occur frequently, pyrophiles have learned to rely on fire as a crucial part of their life cycle. Facts about pyrophiles. Their seeds typically possess tough shells. Sometimes. Some pyrophiles only bloom when surrounded by smoke aromas from their natural habitat. It's usually less about the smoke aroma, more about the heat. But yeah. Okay, cool. Now I will say this game does not have real plants in it. These are fanciful plants. But you know, I think they're trying to. Oh, that's really cute. Like a little hedgehog and a little oak and acorn. That's really cute. Top 3 human inventions: fire, wheel, dogs. Agreed. A cat's got to be in there too. I do like kitties. And everyone knows humans invented cats and dogs. Maybe I did write this book, Kuro. The back terrace, locked. The painting room, locked. Okay. This room over here. The kitchen, locked. Okay. Well, let's focus on the area that is unlocked to us here. Yeah, we gotta have tea here, my archives, you're right. Seppu asked to have DB. I don't know what is DB. You'll have to spell that out for me. There was something I was gonna do here. What was it? Seppu says Arabella is something 30 to 40. No, I think she's gotta be older. Because it says she was born in 1835. And this game takes place in 1890. So Arabella is 55. Does that check out? I think that's the case. Yo, Dubs, good night. Good night. Thanks for joining us. Arabella's parents. So this would be Augustus, is that right? And whom? Augustus and Adelaide. Two very good names. There's excellent names on this family tree. Okay, we've got some fresh seeds here. Fulguria. Ulex fulguris. I came across the Fulguria when I was caught in a terrible thunderstorm. I'm interested to learn more about its growth requirements. Okay. Lots of potential clues here. Blurry photograph. Camera experiment. October 1890. I purchased a new camera and flash lamp to document my flowers. The picture looks a little blurry though. I'll have to investigate the camera settings. Dark photograph. Photograph 3. Oh wait, sorry. This is not October. This is May 10th. This is May 13th. The picture is so dark, impossible to see the flowers. I can't believe how quickly I have run out of that incredibly expensive flash powder. Yeah, there's a nicely exposed one, a well-lit photograph. Experiment 2. I'm very pleased with this picture. Looks like I'm getting the hang of this camera. Seppo says, you mentioned blood sugar. Diabetes. Yes, oh yes, I do. I have type 1 diabetes. I've had for quite some time. 20 some odd years now. So I do have to keep an eye on my blood glucose levels, which I will check again since they were a little low earlier. And I did have another request, and it's still looking okay. 4.7 and stable. So that is very good. My archives, is that a Willy Wonka reference? Nat Geo was only 2 years old at this time. That's cool. I have a video on my YouTube channel where I look at National Geographic from, I think, the early 1920s. So it would have been maybe 25 years or something old at that point. I found it in a local thrift shop. But it was a pretty fun video. Some really neat stuff in there. In that Nat Geo, I mean. Definitely the house of a naturalist. Oh, what? We got like a lab bench. Chemical disposal. It's important to dispose your chemicals safely. Whoa, we got full on chemistry here. Sulfur, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, sodium, titanium, zinc, and barium. Whoa. Whoa. We can make some stuff here, y'all. Probably shouldn't be dumping all of your lab waste into a single thing, though. That's how accidents happen. I know of at least 2 specific stories where extremely dangerous incidents occurred in labs that I have worked in due to improper disposal of chemicals, things being mixed together in the waste container when they should not have been. That's right, Kuro. Stuck. Doors jammed. Won't budge. Seal Neko says, we did less work with the cats. We took grey wolves and shaped them into lab pets. African wildcats wandered in and announced that they lived there now. Cats do in fact still do this. Royal being case in point. Straight up. She is our landlord. Kind of, actually, though. Although, I will say that her owner last night was like, hey, I left some food out for Royal. If she wants to spend the night at your house, like inside, you can have her in, and you can leave the food in your house so that she has something to eat. So that, to me, seems like kind of the next step. Like, she's like, okay, she can stay overnight at your place, and you can leave the food there. I feel like we're making some progress. Like we're getting pretty close now to them being just like, okay, whatever, just the cat's yours now. And by which I mean we will still have a landlord who is a cat, but just more so. Anyway, but what we need to do is we need to get her a litter box if she's going to stay overnight, because she needs to have somewhere to go to the bathroom overnight. The Art of Painting, Oil and Fresco. We cannot open this book. Okay, I kind of want to mix together a bunch of chemicals, but also I feel like maybe I shouldn't just yet. What's in here? I have not tried to get into the drawing room yet, Seppu. I'm not sure where it is. My archive says I should do another ASMR lab video. Ooh, this is a formal dining room. That's beautiful. Look at that. My archives, I would love to do another lab video, but these days I don't actually work in a lab. Mostly I work at a computer behind a desk. I've sort of moved from more hands-on sort of chemistry and analysis and that sort of thing to more modeling and theoretical stuff for the most part. And some field-based work. I do miss the lab work sometimes. And it's not that I will never do lab work again, but right now that's not my primary focus. But if I do get the opportunity to do another lab video, I will. I love this this vase. That's beautiful with the ferns on it. It's very pretty. I've always loved ferns and like fern patterns. Man, everything around here is so aesthetic. Everything is so freaking pretty. Look at that garden out there. A little tea saucer and cup. I just want to live here, y'all. Can we just live here? Now, I guess the atom as we know it was not discovered until 1897. True, although the concept of the atom was posited by, I'm trying to remember, an ancient Greek philosopher. I think it might have been Empedocles. I think it was Empedocles. Of course, he didn't know, and he had no way of testing it, but he conceptualized that there was a smallest unit of matter, something microscopic, if you went way down there, that was an indivisible fundamental building block of matter. And he called it the atom, which was correct, except for the fact that the atom is made up of subatomic particles. But that wasn't his fault. He called it the atom, and then later when atoms were discovered, they were called atoms, I think based on his original conjecture. But then it turns out there were things smaller, but he couldn't have known that. Conceptually, he was still correct. This game is House Tour Simulator, kind of is, right? And now we know about strings and quantum foam. Indeed, we have, or at least we theorize about strings and quantum foam. We do know experimentally about subatomic particles, electrons, neutrons, protons, and the quarks that make those up. I think anything smaller than that is still conjecture, or theoretical. Although it's totally possible I'm wrong. I'm not on the cutting edge of that stuff. What is this? A folklore book. Ooh, I do like me some folklore. Botanical folk tales. Some ancient Celtic tribes practiced a coming-of-age ritual. This meant that when someone was considered old enough, it was time to prove themselves worthy of staying with the tribe. One of these rituals involved picking a flower in the woods, though not just any flower, of course. The gatherer had to find a fulguria. That's what we have the seeds for. For this flower is known to only bloom during thunderstorms. Ooh, are we going to have to do some chemistry to make a little thunderstorm? Some electricity? Keeping a cool head while lightning flashes were striking left and right of you was considered the ultimate test of courage. Okay, that's cool. We should put, oops, put that clue in our book here. The folklore book. Now I don't know about the Dartmoor poster. I don't think it said anything that we could conclusively tie to the Fulguria yet, nor the pyrophiles. The photographs, I don't think so. I don't think the photographs were of the Fulguria, but let's just go double check. It's not, but the photographs do talk about the flash powder. And so if we find the chemical composition of the flash powder, we will find a way to make a flash with the chemicals in the other room, which will help us bloom our Fulguria. Expensive flash powder, but this doesn't give us any details on how to make the flash powder. So that is, the photographs are a clue here still. What's over here? Oh, lovely. Oh man, this is so cozy. This is so cozy. Neutrinos are so wild, Yakino. The fact that there's like millions every second passing through our bodies, and we don't even know, don't even feel it, because they interact so infrequently with matter, other matter. Oh, Arabella and Elizabeth, that's us and our sister. Beautiful piano. A harpsichord. Okay. I don't know when the piano was invented. Did pianos exist in 1890? I think so. Yeah, they must have, right? It was kind of loud. Piano woman. A key for the back terrace. Alright, very nice. We will need that, I am sure. What's this? Oh, flash powder. Okay, maybe we don't have to make flash powder then. Oh wait, this is empty. Ah, warning, highly combustible. 75 grams flash powder. Chemical competition. Potassium and magnesium in a 2-to-1 ratio. There you have it, friends. Made in Bath by Pilkin and Sons. Excellent. Lady Arabella, these past weeks I've been seeing lots of bright flashes coming from the back room of your house. Scares my cows immensely, as I think a storm must be coming. My milk production has taken a hit because of this, and if you enjoy fresh milk in your morning cup of tea, I would advise you to keep the flashes to a minimum. Signed, Farmer Charles. Or just, you know, put up some curtains, maybe. Okay, so flash powder bottle, definitely. Yakanona says neutrinos really are crazy. It makes you think about how our molecular holding patterns interact with matter or lack thereof. Yeah. Physics, when you get right down to it, is weird. I mean, like, it's, I guess by definition, not weird because it is what all this is made of, but there's some wild stuff out there. Don't forget the farmer's letter. I'm not quite sure how that, like, I mean, obviously it relates to the flashing, which is in this room, I guess, because here's the camera. We can take pictures. I guess the flash powder has to go there, maybe. But I'm not quite sure. Oh, maybe. I see how it is. We're going to have to put the flash powder here. We're going to have to make the flash powder, put it here. take the picture, we're gonna have to put our Fulguria here to bloom it. That's what we gotta go do. So we gotta go plant our Fulguria and take a picture there for it to bloom. Pretty sure that's what's going on here. We've got some nice glasses. Specs. Don't you forget about me. Yo, B-Nard, how you doing? B-Nard says, always love some ASMR nerd soft-spoken voice acting. I enjoy doing it. I should like find some mod project or something that I can voice act in for fun. I'd love to do some voice acting for fun. Oh, Derpalord, I did see a little bit of that video, just very briefly, and I read a summary. Yeah, he tried to recreate the Coca-Cola recipe, just the trial and error and taste, and I feel like he must have got close, but I think like people could still tell the difference, but they said it was very close, right? You need like $300 worth of stuff to start off with, but then you can make enough syrup for like 3,500 liters of Coke, because that's what we need. Now, I guess it's back then we were accidentally killing ourselves so much with stuff that we didn't know was toxic. It's true, although it's important that we remain intellectually humble, as we have such things these days. We are just different things that we are only now discovering are killing us. You know, we put lead in our gasoline for, you know, a better part of the 20th century. Asbestos, of course. More recently, you know, microplastics. And in a broader sense, greenhouse gases, perhaps. All kinds of stuff. I don't want... We're not here to be anxious about everything, but I guess the point being, people 100, 200, 300 years from now are going to look back at us and they're going to say, man, those idiots were actively killing themselves with whatever. And a couple hundred years on from them, people are going to look back and say, those idiots were killing themselves with whatever. It's just the cycle. We don't know what we don't know. Sit couch. It does look very comfortable. So cozy. So cozy. Very nice. I do want to read this. What is this? Your new Lumen photographic flash lamp. Fill the container with flash powder. Close the container. Press the button connected to the camera and the Lumen flash lamp, and witness a bright flash. There we go. That's probably our last clue for the Fulguria. There we go. Ta-da! Cool. Lord says also need specialist equipment like 1,000 microliter adjustable pipette and a heated stir. You can get that stuff. Scientific supply place. He didn't just try, he did. People who drink Coke every day can just barely tell the difference, whereas others were absolutely fooled. Well, it sounds like pretty successful then. Naga says, I don't mean to be pretentious. It's just all just crazy how much we didn't know and still don't. Yeah, I wasn't trying to skewer you for being pretentious or anything. I didn't mean that. I just mean, you know, it is easy to think like, oh, we know everything or whatever. But no, you're totally right. There's a lot we don't. We keep learning. That's the great human endeavor, isn't it? We keep learning. Take a couple steps forward, sometimes faltering, another step backward, but we do keep learning eventually, moving forward. Huh. That's crazy, Derpalord. I should go watch that full video. It does sound very cool. Our tractor says, bruh, if you think too much about it all, then you'll just always be anxious. Best to just live and don't overthink it. True enough. true enough. Because again, we don't know what we don't know. You know, we can take the steps that we can take with the knowledge we have to be healthy. Hey, I just got an achievement. Take a nap. For sitting on the couch here for a while. That's very nice. But you're right, attractive. Of course, there's the things we don't know about that there's no reason to worry about, because then you're just worrying for nothing. Yeah, Kanono says lead is pretty bad because there's awareness about how harmful it is. Yes, now at least. Beanard says, I think you'd be good at it. Talking about voice acting, I think. What type of character do you think you'd best be able to voice? That's a very good question. I guess a character that's somewhat close to my normal accent. I don't think I'm especially good at accents, but I don't know. Maybe some kind of teacher or professor, perhaps. I think I could summon that. Chuck Loading says, I know everything I don't know. Or you know everything you don't know, but you just don't know what you don't know. Oh my gosh. Pisces raid. Pisces, how you doing? Welcome on in, Raiders. Pi kicked us out again. Yes, you can swim here. Come on in. Come on in, koi boys. Join us. Join us. It's wonderful to see you all. Welcome on in, Raiders. Please make yourselves at home on our comfy couch. Look at these beautiful armchairs. Feel free to curl up in one. Pisces, thank you so much for coming on by and bringing your awesome community over here to be awesome with our awesome community. We can all be awesome together. I hope you had a wonderful stream. What were you up to tonight? Can we get a shout out? Big old shout out for Pisces. Let me make sure we get that, because I think oopsie daisy, I think the mods are asleep right now. I'm pretty sure. Shout out Pisces. P-Y-E-S-E-E-S. Please, y'all, go hit that heart, go follow an amazing ASMR streamer on this platform. Pisces has been a mainstay of ASMR on Twitch for years and years now. Wonderful streamer, wonderful community. Y'all will absolutely love it over there. I am certain. So please, go click, go follow, go support, and go enjoy. And if you are new here, if it is your first time, welcome. My name is Nick. I'm the ASMR nerd. It is lovely to have you here. The name says it all. We do nerdy ASMR stuff around here. I stream on Twitch occasionally. Yo, DJ Kid Gorgeous, thank you so much for the biddies. I appreciate the cheer. It's good to see you. Thank you for the kind cheer. And I also do YouTube ASMR. Got a channel there with 13 years of videos, if you can believe it. The channel turns 13 on Wednesday. So, lots of content there if you want to check it out. Atharva, thank you for the follow. And Sierra Misty, thank you also for the follow. Welcome both to the stream. Pisces says, hiya, I was just giggling and attempting to do triggers. That's a good kind of stream. Have you been? It's been so long since our paths crossed. It has been. It's been like, I don't know, ages. I've been well. I've been busy with life, so I don't stream as often as I used to. I stream once a week, mostly these days, which feels so little, but at least I managed to mostly manage once a week. And similarly, the YouTube channel, has had to kind of go on the back burner a little bit, so I'm not getting out videos as much as I used to. But that's how life is sometimes. My wife and I bought a house. It's been nice. But Pisces, I hope you've been well. This game is on your to be played list. So far, I'm loving it. It is super, super charming. This house in this game is the most beautiful, gorgeous Victorian manor. It is spectacular. I love everything about it. I just want to live here. For those who are just coming in, this game is called Botany Manor. Botany Manor. And it is actually free on the Epic Games Store until Thursday. So it seems like it's got light puzzle solving, so that you can basically, you're solving puzzles to learn how to grow strange and mysterious plants in this beautiful Victorian manor set in 1890. So it's beautiful. But yes, very cozy, very, very beautiful. Loving it so far. Pardon me while I just scroll back up. I'm sure I missed some messages there. And now it's raining indoors. You're gonna get the armchairs all soggy. Yeah, that's right, Naga. That's correct. Sierra Misty, welcome in again. Zero Stick, good to see you. Stay over, welcome. Vaporwave. Derpalord says Twitch suggested I redeem an alluring hair flip for 6.9k. Little do they know I'm fully saving up for a custom reward or command, and yet I'm pretty sure I just saw Maria request an alluring hair flip. So it looks like you get your wish anyway, Derpalord. We'll do that in a second. Rimathom, welcome in. DJ Kid Gorgeous, once again, it's great to see you. Jeff D, welcome. A rather fuzzy muzzy, welcome. Dot Hacker, nice to see you here. Sarah Misty says, may I just say, whoa, your hair looks so much healthier than mine. Thank you. Thank you. I do care for it. I have a routine that works for me. Sometimes it's hard to find that routine. And not every day is a good hair day. Some days better than others. Jason Stetham, thank you very much. I am flattered. TJ Kid Gorgeous, I'm new here, clearly. Vaporwaves is also new here. I follow you, but I've never caught a stream. Well, this is your time. Welcome. Arkentia, it is great to see you. It is great to see you. Welcome on in. I'm well, thank you. That's right, we gotta keep our plants watered, so the interior rain, make sure that all our plants are well moistened. Yakinonis is also trippy as the Carboniferous era that was 60 million years of huge bugs due to the air having richer oxygen for their exoskeletons. Yes, if our atmospheric oxygen was like double what it is now, we would have mega insects again. So I'm actually quite thankful it is what it currently is. No, we don't want to bring back 35% oxygen. Thank you very much. The like albatross size dragonflies would be terrifying. My Archives asks, have you ever heard of ASMR Retro on YouTube? He's another Canadian channel. I don't know if I do know ASMR Retro. I'll have to check him out. Yakinonis is Pisces is cool. She also raids our homie Falcor and vice versa. Absolutely, Falcor is a true channel homie, and Pisces too. Lots of awesome streamers who've been streaming on this here platform for a long time. All right, gang. We've had a request, and that request is for an alluring hair flip. Been a while since I've done one of these, so just gotta Just gotta make sure I'm prepared for this, okay? This is a time-honored channel tradition. Okay, so it starts off like so. And we go 1, 2, 3. Wow. Like that. I gotta look over the shoulder. Gotta do the blue steel. and then we gotta go back the other way, okay? Never say you don't get good value for your 6.9k channel points here. Okay, going back the other way. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. My glasses almost went flying off on that one. The blue steel makes it. There you go. I hope that was worth it, Maria. I hope that was worth it, Derpalord. And like I said, it's been a while since we done one of those here, so thank you for the request, Maria. So sexy. Whoa, whoa. Oh man. All right. So, oops, I should probably bring you back to the game. So we just chilling on this very cozy couch. But what we're going to do is we're going to try and sprout a plant. And I think we have a plan for it. So let me just double check. We need potassium and magnesium. 2 potassium to 1 magnesium. So let's go make us some flash powder. Slay. Attractive. Oh man. Thank you, Triple Lord. Anna says you gotta drop the hair care routine one day. My hair care routine is like embarrassingly simple. Everyone always asks. I swear, my secret weapon, you're gonna laugh, but my secret weapon is the conditioner from Costco, the Kirkland brand conditioner. I don't know, like, if it's some other brand that they just rebrand as Kirkland brand or something. I don't know, but that stuff is fantastic. I love the Kirkland brand conditioner. Truly, my routine is I wash my hair, like I shampoo it twice a week, but I condition every day with the Kirkland conditioner. And I don't blow dry my hair. I just like pat it dry with a towel and then just let it air dry from there. And I think the lack of heat goes a long way. And obviously that works for my hair. Everyone's hair is different. Some people need to shampoo more than twice a week. For me, if I shampoo more than twice a week, it actually makes my hair oilier. But I find twice a week works really well. Similarly, for some people, if they condition every day, it makes their hair too heavy, too limp. For me, I find it actually adds body and volume. And it keeps it happy and healthy and shiny. So, for me, that's what works. But you gotta figure out what's right for your hair. Everyone has different scalp, chemistry, biology, whatever. Different, hair coarseness. Like my hair is fairly fine. So, worth every potato point, says attractive. Dear Lord says my BF has some competition, it seems. Also, I love that you tried to find the hair quote to Atari, but instead you got the chair quote. The butt quote. Oh man. Derpalor says, meanwhile, I'm here barely treating my hair because ADHD makes me forget, and autism says wide body is no. It sounds challenging. That sounds difficult. I don't want to know what the froth monster was in reference. Oh, it was probably in reference to a beer. That's probably what that was. All right. Let's. Okay. What do it was 2 potassiums and 1 magnesium. Is that right? Hopefully that's correct. Or else we're going to blow something up here. Alright, hopefully we made the correct stuff. Let's go drop this in our flash thing here. Like so. And close it up. Okay, now let's go. We'll replace the flask, and then we actually have to go plant this here seed. We haven't done that yet. We can do that out here. Oh, we never went upstairs. I'm curious what's up there. Victorian Cuddler, you're at work. Well, I'm glad we can join you at work. Hopefully make it a little more pleasant. Ooh, a combo lock. Interesting. Letter lock. We're going to need to learn more about that. What's up here? Spawns D, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, we can't get into this room. It is blocked by this tree. Stuck. Jammed. Won't budge. Beanard says, it's been years since I've seen an alluring here. Well, I'm glad we could finally make it happen again for you. Yeah, Kanona says, I have similar hair texture as yours and just use whatever shampoo was around. Girls used to ask me my hair care routine. Sometimes you just find whatever works and you just stick with it. It doesn't have to be fancy. Okay, let's go plant up this seed. Let's go plant up this seed. Okay, soil goes in. And now the Fulguria. And then the water. Okay, it has sprouted. Let's go bloom it with the flash. Sponst says, Twitch randomly recommended you. I hit follow even though I can't tune in right now. This does feel super relaxed. Yo, I appreciate that. I'm glad you like the vibes we have here. We keep it chill. We keep it chill. I appreciate the follow, and I hope we get to see you again next time. Have a good one, Sponst. Alright. It's time to see if this flash powder worked. Here we go. Hey, we did it. Look at that. Fulguria. We figured it out, gang. Ulex fulguris. The Fulguria only grows during thunderstorms, where the flashes of lightning provide the bright light the flower needs to bloom. Because of its dangerous growing conditions, not many people have witnessed its beauty. Lovely. And we got a photo. I dare say our photo is better than the other ones. It's pretty cool. It's got branches that look like lightning. Zutari says it's 1 a.m. in the PNW. What time do you get up? Too soon. Too soon. I do have work in the morning. But I did want to sprout that flower. I wanted to finish it up. Oh. I don't know where I would put it. We'll leave it here for now. It can stay there for now. Well, my friends, as Zutari says, it's getting pretty late. And as much as I would love to hang out here with you for another few hours and play more of this really charming game, alas, I must head to bed so that I can function at work tomorrow. great time. Once again, thank you for your patience with the late start to the stream tonight. Those of you who are at the beginning might remember I had technical issues with my camera mount, and I had to go to the store, get some super glue, and glue it back together. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but we've made it through the stream. Knock on wood, it hasn't broken. So I think the repair worked successfully. But yeah, I apologize for the late start. Thank you for waiting and for still coming out to the stream despite getting going quite late tonight. We still managed to do a 3-hour stream here, and we got to check out this beautiful game. For those wondering, once again, this game's called Botany Manor. It's available for free on the Epic Games Store right now until Thursday, I believe. So far, really charming, really beautiful, very relaxing. It's definitely a cozy game so far. The Victorian manor where this takes place, I just want to live there. It's just beautiful. So, thank you, Pisces. Thank you so much, and thank you again for the raid. Once again, shout out to Pisces, a wonderful streamer, a fantastic community. Please do go follow and support another awesome ASMR content creator here on Twitch. And on that note, before we wrap this up, let's go find someone else to go visit, someone to raid, because we got lots of good vibes here, lots of awesome people. It's always nice to share those vibes with some other folks. So let's see who's streaming right now that we can go drop in on and visit. Friend of the channel, Busy Bunny, is streaming right now. Let's see how long Busy is streaming for. Doesn't look like she's going to be wrapping up right away, so hopefully we can go right in and she's not going to be ending. Sequin sheet, matchbox, phone tapping. Sounds like some good triggers. And as channel regulars know, Busy is a fantastic ASMR artist. She's got some of my very favorite name traces, and a wonderful community as well. Lots of yapping. If you like yapping, she does some of that too. And if you're here, I reckon you do like yapping at least a bit. Hey, speaking of awesome streamers on the platform here, Saura, it's wonderful to see you. Let's get a shout out for Saura. Shout out Saura. Another wonderful ASMR artist who's also kind of yappy, but in the best way. And a fantastic VTuber, V-streamer, ASMR artist, a ancient cosmic jellyfish. You're just gonna have to find out what I mean by that. Go check out Saura. Go hit that heart. Go follow. Go enjoy some excellent tingles on Saura's channel. Yappers unite. That's right. Unapologetically yapping. Okay, let's see if Busy is taking raids right now. Let's see. Raid channel. Busy Bunny. Alright, looks like we're good. So friends, if you're with us in the Twitch chat, sit tight. We'll be heading over to Busy Bunny's channel in just a minute or so. The tingles will continue, and the good vibes will continue. Friends, thank you so much for coming on out here. Thank you for joining us here tonight. I do hope you enjoyed the stream. I do hope you enjoyed Botany Manor. And next week, if Beanard can make it, which sounds like Beanard will, next week we're going to stream Smooshy Come Home. Smooshy Come Home, which is a really cute looking platformer game where you play a little mushroom trying to find your way home. Special request from Beanard. I'm really looking forward to it. It looks ultra cute. So, something to look forward to. I would also like to return to Botany Manor at some point. Definitely a charming game. And in another week or two, maybe some Dungeon Siege, some retro RPG goodness. It has been a hot minute, so I would love to get back into Dungeon Siege. Farewell, friends. It was my pleasure. Thank you again for joining us here, Pisces, for bringing your folks on over. Big love to all of our wonderful moderators. Thank you again for keeping this chat safe, wholesome, comfy, cozy place that everyone has come to know and love here. I will see you all next week, next Sunday. Y'all have an excellent week, and we'll see you next time. Good night, good night, good night. Bye for now, friends.